What's good? It's your boy Ron. And today's topic we're going to talk about is the off-duty police officer that got into a confrontation with several teens. So what happened was you had some teenagers walking home from school, and from what I seen, they were in a man's yard. The man, he told them, hey, can you get out my yard? And the teens went back and forth. They had a few words to the point where the off-duty police officer put his hands on one of the teenagers and basically was holding him until the cops came. So I guess they could arrest the teenager, because I guess he got mad and he figured, well, since y'all want to talk noise to me and y'all want to be disrespectful, I'm going to grab one of the teenagers and I'm going to hold him until the cops come, which was the wrong thing to do in my eyes for that off-duty police officer. My whole thing is, in my opinion, both parties were wrong. The teenagers were wrong for not respecting the man's property. The man was wrong for putting his hands on one of the teenagers, But I fought the off-duty police officer more because he let teenagers provoke him into getting mad, into acting out of character. Teenagers aren't gonna always make the right decisions. But as an adult, he should have handled that better. He could have said, okay, I'm gonna call the police officers. I'm gonna call the police because these kids are, on my property without my permission. That was the right thing to do. And at the end of the video, the off-duty police officer pulled out a gun and he's fired the weapon. Because what you see is the kids started to rush the older guy. They started to come after him, but they weren't trying to hurt the gentleman. They were just trying to get the gentleman off of their friend. So you watch the video, there's no blows exchanged. There was one teenager that charged them to push him, but they were just trying to get this man off their friend. And not gonna lie, these kids were big physically. To me, they looked to be bigger than average teenagers. They look tall, they look healthy. So, and this older gentleman's smaller than some of these teenagers. So he probably did fear for his life. I'll tell people, don't be so quick to judge. This guy probably was scared and pulled out his gun. But every action has a reaction. The reason they started to act like that is because you were grabbing their friend and basically holding him hostage and not letting him go. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, both parties were wrong in my opinion. But as an adult, he could have handled that way better. Way better. There's times where me and my friends are walking home from school and we got in someone's lawn and they said, hey, get out of my yard. We laughed and we got out the yard because we knew that that wasn't right. We shouldn't be on their property. But you can't expect everybody to act the same. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is you have to make wise decisions in any situation, And like I said, he overreacted. And to the point where it got to that level because of how he acted in that situation. One thing I can say, man, these kids nowadays, they don't respect adults. They don't fear adults. The generation of kids is scary, man. They don't care. So I'm just telling people, man, you have to really make good decisions when it comes to everything. Because, one bad decision could mess up your whole life. But like I said, man, that officer is in the wrong, definitely. So that's my take on it.